Hey everyone, welcome back to Miniature Painting 101, a series of videos where we teach you all about painting miniatures from start to finish and everything in between, and some cool effects like in today's video. And this is part 78, how to do an obsidian stone effect on your models. Now I'm going to be doing like a obsidian stone with a red undertone. But you can do this with purple undertones, blue undertones, green undertones, whatever you want. We're using Mulg the Ancient. Since he's half rock anyway, it's pretty cool to do an obsidian effect on Mulg the Ancient. As I said, we're going to do a black shell with a red center when the light hits it. And today we'll be using two colors, Evil Sun Scarlet for the red component and Oil Discharge, one of the really cool candy coats from the Minotaur range. It's an airbrush paint, but we're going to use it painting by hand to create that candy coat over the red to create that obsidian look. So I did prime black. I should mention that it's technically three steps. First, I did prime black because that's going to be the tone of the stones overall. And I just thinned down my Evil Sun Scarlet so I didn't obscure any of the details. And I'm going to do two thin coats of Evil Sun Scarlet over all the stones. And I didn't go necessarily over the entire stone, but I tried to focus on the majority of it. That way it's in the center of it, but it doesn't have to be the entire stone. What you're going to find is that when the oil discharge settles, it settles in certain ways so that it'll reveal some parts of the stone as red, but most of it will be black until the light hits it directly on. So as I said, the key first step, just to get a solid foundation of the color you want on the stone ahead of time. And as I said, this is going to be like a red, obsidian red stone. You can do this with purple, greens, blues, whatever one you want. And you can also change up the color that you're doing the overtone with. If you want to do green, for example, you can do green with green or blue with blue. But this is just going to be red with black, and I think it's a really good representation of obsidian. So right now I'm just getting that second coat on with Evil Sun Scarlet, not to obscure any details. And as you can see, the stones are turning all red, and that's nice. There's a lot of stone on this model, so we'll only show about half of it because I could just show you for many minutes me painting stone. And now we're going to take the Oil Discharge. As I said, it's a color from the Minotaur range. It's a candy coat. It's called Ghost Tints. And we're just going to put it in our palette and apply it directly with a brush. So the key is to get a nice solid coat. You don't want to go too heavy, because if you go like multiple coats, it'll appear almost entirely black. So you just want to get a nice solid coat over the entire stone with the Oil Discharge. And that's essentially the key. So then we're going to cover all this now with Oil Discharge in our brush. And then after applying it, let it set for a long time, at least 12 to 24 hours. And then if you want to protect it, I recommend hitting it with a varnish, probably a gloss varnish if you want to keep that nice stone appearance. You don't have to. If this model is not going to get a lot of handle or wear or tear, definitely feel free to not have to varnish it, because the candy coats alone dry very, very shiny, and they have that obsidian shininess to them, so it really does match the appearance that we're going for. And so I'm just going to take this Oil Discharge and apply it to all over the stones. It's really cool using airbrush only paints for these cases, because it's an effect that you don't normally get, and using airbrush only paints with a hand brush, it allows you to accomplish these cool effects that most people wouldn't normally think of doing. And so we're just going to paint up the rest of the stone, and then we're going to let it set for a while, but first of course finish up the last with the red ones. You can do this in batches or over the entire model in one shot, up to you. Usually your model is entirely composed of stone, like Mulg the Ancient here, but it's okay. As you can see now, it's really appearing black, but when it dries and the light hits it directly, it does have some red. It does expose some of the red underneath and has that, as I said, the obsidian appearance. So don't make sure you get complete coverage, but don't do multiple coats, because then it'll appear really dark. These ghost tints get really dark really quickly. And that's it. And we let it dry for about 24 hours, and here's what the model looks like. So now as you can see, It definitely appears black under the areas the light source isn't hitting directly, but when you shine the light on it directly, it exposes some of the red underneath and gives it that earthstone look to it, as the obsidian is synonymous with. And you can do this instead with green obsidian, so black, do green then blue, then green, or green then black. You can do blue obsidian, you can do purple obsidian. Now it has that reddish purple look to it. And it did dry a little bit darker. As I said, by doing a mid-tone red, it produced a dark red appearance because we're doing a black over it. But in the end, I think it has a really cool appearance to it. And that's it. So as always, thank you so much for watching this episode of Miniature Painting 101. I really hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for part 79, which is next week, just as always. But if you don't want to wait for next week, check out The Warp. Click on the link below for a free 14-day trial to my premium YouTube channel, where not only will you get to see the next 6 months worth of Miniature Painting 101 episodes, you'll get to see over 60 start-to-finish paint tutorials, battle reports, an Airbrush 101 series, just some awesome wargaming content. So go ahead and check out The Warp. I think you'll love it. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting, everyone.